services and the music have just been very powerful. The answer that I would like to give is to talk about several outreach things that we are doing. We will do some of that at Long Memorial, but I would like for us to see us doing more. I'm glad to see that we are somewhat the tip of the spear with community relations with Long Memorial, but I would like to see us do more. But for me, for me and my money, it's Sundays, and it's the music.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who I know that he's always around, and then things happen, and you see it or you feel it personally that God's presence is there. I think one of the ways that's especially pertinent to me is that I've been asked to sing some solos in church, and it seems like that every time I sing something, whoever's preaching, the message goes along with that particular passage that I've chosen to sing, and I've not even talked to them. Or if somebody pays me a specific compliment, or somebody says, I need you to do something, you kind of feel him nudging you a little bit without nudging you a little bit. I think as far as the entire church goes, is I've seen this with our outreach into missions and embracing that particular aspect of our church. And I've seen us share ourselves with other people in different ways in our community, and I think that's a really important thing.
I see God working at Long Memorial all the time. One thing that we always see God working in is our preschool program, which Pam Day heads up. And it's been so many kids that started at preschool at Long Memorial, and they've gone all through preschool and have joined our church and ended up graduating high school from our church.
So when I think about how God is at work through Long Memorial, as an educator, I definitely tip my hat to Miss Pam Day. I can really kind of see the work that she does with the children, and of course her staff as well. They really kind of have made, I feel, Long Memorial a force for good in the community. And then with all of the other sort of outreach programs that I see, I see Michelle Allen with the Backpack Pals. We just have a lot of members here in the church that are also prominent members in the community, and so it's really heartening to see them kind of doing their thing and really making Roxboro run, and so it's an honor to see that at work and to be just a small part of that as a school teacher myself.
So I have seen God at work through Long Memorial Church in many ways. In happy times, marriages, births, those kind of things, family reunions. It has brought people together. Faith in God has brought people through those happy times. And I've also seen when times were not so good, through deaths, funerals, memorials, when people have been sick, Long Memorial has pulled together. It's been a loving place for the family, a loving place for the people themselves to help them get through some low spots in their life. So Long Memorial has played a major role in a lot of people's lives here at the church and in the families, and I see that continue to happen. The congregation pulls together, supports everybody, and provides a loving place, and that's all through faith in God.
We're told they will know we are Christians by our love. So when I think about how I've seen God working in and through the Long Memorial United Methodist Church, the first thing that pops in my mind is the work of the United Methodist Women. The people who are in the circles, and people outside of the Methodist Church always want to know why we're circles, but that's just what we call ourselves. We don't always sit in circles. But anyway, I chose to join a circle when I came here by the fact that I wanted to be in the circle with the oldest members, because those older women have so much wisdom and such strong faith, and their witness as they live their lives is the kind of thing that shows me that we are doing things at church that are things we ought to be doing. So that's where I see God. So when I first came to the circle meetings, I was happy that they teased with each other, but they were serious about work for the church and outreach work. And if there was something to be done in the church as far as mission work, they were always at the front of the line. Now, I've been here for almost 20 years, and those people will remember the oldest circle, and they've aged as well. So now I'm the age they were when I first wanted to help them out because they were old. So we're watching those people now as they age and move on to what's going on for them after they die, and they're still the best examples of Christian love and worship and service, and that's where I've seen God work the most.
And physically, I had to go to Duke. He was there for a long time, and they built up a big build with him. And so I was president of the Methodist men. I said, we're going to have a stew for that man. And so I organized in this room right here 3 people. We couldn't ever get it going. But we had a stew behind that church. We had 8 or 10 pots. You never seen anything like it. And this guy did it free. And I presented his wife a check for about $10,000 and to help all of her expenses. But so we've done a lot for the community. The church is strong in the community. And that was one thing that I really was proud of, to make that much money for the family.
I know that God works through people, and I was always taught as a child that the church is not the building, the church is the people, and like the song that the children learn. And that's how I see God working through Law Memorial in the relationships that we build. I can remember so many important mentors through my life growing up in the church that I still remember them today, and I see that occurring with my own children when they would come home from Sunday school and know stories of the Bible, when they would have compassion for others. I knew that they were learning that here, and I knew that was God working through them. And when my son, as a senior, spoke, had the opportunity to preach on Youth Sunday, and he talked to the parents and gave them encouragement and said that they should bring their children to church, because even though he didn't love it as a young child, as many kids, boys especially, maybe don't like to sit still in church, he said now he enjoys coming to church. And I know that that was God working through him and through all of the wonderful mentors that we have here to raise our children in this church.